coming tonight. Our interactive chef dinner that we put on once a month here at Amici's. Appreciate everybody coming. Our appetizers everybody's going to be getting out right now is just a selection of some different flavors that we do. A pita crisp with some olive tapenade. We're doing a mini mozzarella and carrozza with an anchovy sauce over top. Our famous lobster mac and cheese with truffle. And we also have a seared tuna with sweet potato wasabi gnocchi with a sweet eel sauce. And as you guys are eating that, we're going to start our first course, which is our lobster bisque. We're just going to take a rough chop, and we're going to get them up, sauteing up. I'm going to add a little slivered garlic as well, just give it some flavor. Going to throw in our lobster bodies. Throw in a little paprika to give it some flavor. You're going to have some oil left over and some liquid from the carrots, so I throw a little tomato paste. It's called pince the tomato paste. You're frying up that tomato paste. Add a little more oil, get it going. Once we cook, we create a little fond on the bottom of the pan of all the flavors. So I'm just going to take a little Applejack brandy. I like to use that because we can do that. Now that will release all that fond. So I'm going to transfer it into this pan. We have some of that liquid in the pan. We're going to add some flour. We're going to make a roux. We're going to add in our chicken stock. We add our cream, a little salt. So we're going to let that cook down, and all that flavor is going to come out of that lobster body. So it's going to be nice and creamy and thick and flavorful. It's just going to make a quenelle of mascarpone. So I take 2 spoons and make a little quenelle. I'm just going to pop that in the center of the soup. And there's the lobster bisque. All right. Way to cut an avocado is you take your chef knife, you go down to the pit, and then just roll the avocado around, okay? And then you just twist. And then with the heel of your chef knife, you just hit into that pit and twist, and that's out. All right? Now you just take a spoon and you just scoop out the pulp, the flesh. All right? And you have a clean avocado skin. Just throw that with some Ken's dressing, and you got your avocado dip. So we're going to take our dip here. We're going to put it right on the plate. We're going to take our egg rolls. Just cut it on a bias so you can stand it up. Take up some My Brother Bobby's salsa from Adams. And that's it. That's your Southwest chicken egg roll. Serve them at parties. Have a good time. All right? Enjoy. I got this recipe when I was down in Dina DeLuca. One of my fish guys, an Indian guy, and he was an Indian chef, and he gave me this recipe, and by far it's one of the best tandoori's I've ever had. Our marinade is we take a little bit of yogurt. Everything's low fat. That's our base to our marinade. We're going to add a little bit of vinegar. We take our limes, so we just put our lime juice in there. Throw the limes in there too, why not? And take our bell pepper. And we're going to just mince that up. This is our coriander. Coriander is cilantro seed ground up. We're going to take some pureed garlic. This is where you get the coloring from, food color. Put a squeeze in there. And that's what they do in the restaurants. They use, if you ever have a Peking duck, they use the red color and the yellow color. Just going to mix this mixture up, and you're going to get this bright, beautiful red color. So our marinade's made. Now the easiest way to take the skin off a chicken is just got a dish towel, get a hold of the skin, and just rip it off. Just like that. And just put it in. And you're going to marinate that overnight to get maximum flavor. Once it's marinated, we're going to just put it in a hot oven, like 450 degrees, and we're going to bake it off till it's done. We're going to take our cooked tandoori. Just going to put that right on top of the naan bread. You can take a lemon or a lime, just chunk it up, And that's your garnish. That's tandoori chicken. And it can be served with a naan bread, white rice, curried rice, anything like that. So it's a little spicy when you guys try it, but it's a really nice dish. With any braise, with any meat, you want to sear the meat first before you start, and crispy on the outside and the juices on the inside. So we get our oil cooking. We take our short rib. This is the bone that extends off the prime rib. So it's in the forequarter of the beef. It's a nice meaty piece, and it's relatively cheap. What I'm going to do is I'm going to dredge it in seasoned flour. So while that browns, we're going to chop up our mirepoix. Rule of thumb on mirepoix is 50% onions, 25% carrots, 25% celery. So I'm just going to rough chop that. Just chop our carrots up. So once that's brown, we take that out and we continue cooking our vegetables. We're going to take our guava paste. We're going to add that in. We're going to pince it. We're going to add a little flour because we're going to thicken this sauce. So we're going to make a roux with all the oil in there. Okay. We're going to add our wine, release that fond that we talked about earlier. We're going to put back in our rib. We're going to add a little brown veal stock. You could add a little bit of rosemary in there. We're going to cover it. We're going to put it in a 325-degree oven for about 5 hours. We're going to start off putting our plantains we just talked about. We're going to add a little bit of light brown sugar. We want to give the plantains a little flavor. Since it is a Caribbean dish, you got to put some rum in it. Add our rum. Got to add some healthy butter. See if we can flambe it. There we go. So once our plantains cook a little bit, we're going to mash it just with a hand mixer or a hand masher. That's what you get, a nice smooth mix. So we're going to just put that on the center of our plate. We'll put that right in the center. Take our baby carrots, they're right out of the braise. When they come out of the oven, use tongs so you don't burn yourself. So this is our finished sauce, and we're just going to spoon it over the ribs. And to make it pretty, when my dad paid for my culinary education, put a piece of rosemary there. And that's your braised short rib mashed plantain. I got these great little pumpkins, and what I'm going to use these as our dish. We're going to make this our creme brulee holder. So first we're going to add some cream. We got a little allspice, we got a little clove, a little nutmeg. We add sugar the first time. Just a little bit of sugar, a little vanilla. Going to bring this to a little bit of a boil. So I'm just going to put some canned pumpkin right in there. While that's cooking, I'm going to carve out my pumpkin. Make a little incisions. Going to take our spoon. Take the seeds out. Okay, we got this nice and thick here. So we're actually going to turn it off, and we're going to whisk in some egg yolk, and that will make it thick. And just drain that egg white. Put that in. Stir that up. And then we're just going to pour the mixture right into there. Bake that low heat, 325, 30 to 40 minutes. Once that's baked, you're going to let it cool, preferably overnight. That way it becomes a custard. It's nice and thick. So I just take the sugar back, put it on top, take a blowtorch. If you guys have a broiler at home, that works out too. And we just brown the top. Everybody's got one of these? To make it Italian, we add a cannoli. Okay. And there's your pumpkin creme brulee.